Hello everyone. Well, it's another beautiful day at home and it's actually like 70 degrees. Today's nice, there's no rain. It's a little bit cloudy, but overall from my window it looks quite lovely outside. And I thought I would just do a video today to talk a little bit about my mental health since I've been at home over the past month and have not been able to get out and do any hiking. First, coffee. So catch y'all in just a moment. All right, now I have my coffee, so let's get into it. Gotta fix the hair before I start videoing. I'm out on my balcony right now, so it's very possible you may hear a lot of other noises like birds or cars or people singing because my neighbors sing. But if you do hear other things, that's why. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about my mental health and how it's been affected from being off the trail for over a month now and not hiking. As most of you all know who watch my channel, I was on the Appalachian Trail and started in February, hiked for 33 days and then was off the trail due to the situation with the coronavirus. It basically halted my through hike. I had made it to Hot Springs, 275 miles. There's a bird on the trail. Oh, it's so cute. I'm easily distracted right now. Forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? I'm so distracted right now. I don't know if it's working. I have now been off trail for over 30 days and I've made the decision that I was not going to hike. If I was going to be on the trail hiking and be asked to leave a trail because I was hiking and go home, then it just seemed to me ironic and hypocritical to just go home and then still hike and hike locally. And partially, I think part of that was my mindset that I wouldn't feel happy being at home and hiking at home because all I would be doing is thinking about how much I wanted to be out on the Appalachian Trail. So that was just sort of the choice that I initially made when I got off the trail was, okay, well, if I'm going to have to go home, then I'm just going to stay home. And that's what I'm going to do. And I have not really went out much at all since I've been home. I went out 3 times, and that was to just go to the grocery store, you know, to buy groceries and come home. And that's all I've done. And we do luckily have a balcony, which I'm on right now, and we have some real pretty trees here with birds that chirp and stuff. So I have a little bit of the sense of the outdoors. And we also have a pond nearby, and I would walk to it and kind of walk around the pond. There's like a little walking trail there, and I've done that a couple of times. But for the most part, just I've been in my home. So anyway, I thought I would talk just a little bit about how this has affected my mental health, just being at home and not being able to go hike. If you've been following my channel for a while and watched some of my other videos, I've talked before about some of the mental health issues that I deal with personally, which is anxiety and depression. Hiking has really helped me a lot with both of those things. It's helped lessen my periods of having depression, and it has reduced the amount of anxiety that I have regularly. Before I even started through hiking on the Appalachian Trail, I was regularly hiking almost every single weekend. So every week I was getting in some form of hiking. Hiking helps a lot with that. It helps calm your anxiety, it helps with stress, it helps improve your mood. I mean, there's just so many benefits to hiking, especially when it comes to your mental health. So I found this article online where it talks about the benefits to your mental health from hiking, and it gives like 5 things that help you mentally by going hiking. So I kind of going to do a little bit of a twist on this video, and it's going to be more of how these things that you are benefited from hiking, how it has affected me not hiking over the past month. So the first thing this article states is that hiking inspires positive thinking. And I have to agree with that, because in this past month, I have tried really hard. I have fought the urges to think negatively. I have tried very hard to force myself to stay positive and think this was, going to end. And I have, for the most part, I've been able to sort of fight that urge to think negatively. But I can say that the negative thoughts, the negative feelings have definitely it's almost like a tidal wave, and it kind of came crashing back. And I find myself, skateboarders, I find myself thinking a lot more negatively than I was when I was hiking, when I was out on the trail. And I have been trying to do a few things around my house to try to move a little with, cleaning, organizing, things like that. But I basically had made hiking kind of my form of exercise for the past 5 years. And I wasn't really doing other exercising. And for me, it's just been a very difficult transition to just stop hiking and then pick up a different type of form of exercise. And I just really haven't done that. I haven't tried to go run, and I haven't tried to do like at-home workouts and things like that. So I'm sure that had an effect on my mental health. Well, I know it's had an effect, because I know I feel much happier and better when I'm moving. And even when I was a runner, running actually boosted my endorphins a lot. So I did feel a lot happier. Neighborhood kids. So the next thing that the article states is that hiking helps you practice presence. And I know when I've been out on hikes, I personally like to take my time and really stop and just smell the roses, so to speak, see what wildlife I can find on, whether it's just bugs on the ground, or looking at the plant life, or taking in the smell of the trees and the air. And I've tried very hard to harness that same feelings here at home by being present in the moment. But I find that being at home and not really able to kind of go to other places, maybe distract my mind from my thoughts, and just kind of having to be at home, that difficulty of being present is hard, because my mind keeps going to wanting to be out on the trail. One of the things that this article states is that taking a hike can create the same effect you experience during or after meditation, that you feel extra calm, incredibly grateful, completely accepting, or your mind goes blank and you feel nothing at all. And that during that moment you're free of worry or doubt. So I definitely have had that opposite effect since being off the trail, because even though I'm trying really hard to find things to distract myself from thinking about the future or worrying or feeling doubtful, I find that continues to kind of keep creeping back up. Am I going to be able to get back out on the trail this year? When is this going to end? How is this going to end up affecting us? Is one of us going to get sick? All these thoughts. So not hiking has definitely taken that away and kind of brought back some of those thoughts, those feelings of worry and doubt. The next thing it states is hiking makes you happy. It says when your thoughts are positive and you're living in the present moment, it's hard not to be happy, which is probably very true. According to this article, hiking can help reduce stress, increase self-esteem, decrease feelings of depression, and improve your overall mental health. And I completely agree with all 4 of those things. I definitely feel like when I am out hiking regularly, I do feel a sense of my self-esteem is higher, I'm less stressed, and yeah, I definitely do not have as strong of feelings of depression or periods of depression when I'm out hiking regularly. And since I've been home over this past month, I definitely find myself getting stressed quicker, letting little things bother me that normally wouldn't bother me, and even my self-esteem has taken kind of a hit. I find myself second-guessing myself, being unsure of myself about things, even with making videos, talking in the video. I find myself just being aware in a way that's not necessarily beneficial. And I can't help but feel like it is attributed to the fact that I'm not hiking right now, that I'm just at home and not doing as much. Number 4 is hiking invites you to slow down, and I find that statement pretty interesting because I do think before I ever got into hiking, I certainly think I felt the need to be on the go a lot more. And when I started hiking, I found my personality in many ways kind of altered a little bit, and just I think how I perceived myself and how I react to things. And definitely since this past month of not hiking at all, I'm surprised that that didn't turn around, and I still feel that sense of that feeling of slowing down. In fact, I might have taken it to another level, because I basically got off the trail from being active all day long, every single day for over a month, to coming home and not being active at all. And finding that rather than wanting to do something to occupy myself, I just found myself not doing anything, not wanting to do anything. It mentions about being not necessarily spending as much time on technology, and or like worry about checking social media and things like that. And I can say I thought getting off the trail I would be more likely to want to be active on social media, and I have found like I just don't want to be on social media. I don't really like checking it very much, even less. I mean, I still have posted a few times here or there, kind of just to keep in touch with everyone, but I find that I'm not really wanting to like check social media like from a personal level. But I have been on my phone a lot because I've been playing like games and things on my phone to help kind of distract my mind from that negativity or the worry. So I do find that I'm still on my phone a lot, or I'm on my iPad playing like games or doing something that distracts my mind, whether it's, you know, like crossword puzzle, or I like the hidden object games, things like that. And that's something I didn't do prior to being off the trail. I never was doing things like that on my phone. So the last thing this article mentions is hiking makes you more creative. And I definitely think there's something to be said about being outdoors and being active that boosts your mind's creativity. And that's definitely something that has suffered greatly for me since being off the trail. And it actually kind of has made me almost feel even worse, because when I have gotten, say, on social media or on the internet, and I find people talking about how, oh, you're stuck at home, so you have to be more creative, and people are coming up with creative ideas on things to do and that they weren't able to do before because they didn't have the time or whatever. And I find it's been completely the opposite for me. I have had no creativity whatsoever. I feel very uncreative. In fact, you know, as someone who is trying to continue to make YouTube videos, I find it difficult to even know what type of video to make and what to talk about and things like that. And so it's been a real struggle for me. Whereas when I'm out on the trail hiking, I find myself thinking of so many ideas and thoughts and things to say and things to do when I'm out on the trail. So I definitely have suffered creatively since being off the trail. And in this article it mentions that according to a study, hikers who spent 4 days away from technology emerged from nature with enhanced creativity and problem-solving skills. In fact, these hikers perform problem-solving tasks 50% more effectively, which is pretty interesting, because I definitely think, especially as a thru hiker going out and hiking every single day, and you do have to problem solve. You do have to find solutions in the moment, whether it's how do you get across a part of a trail that is difficult, or where you're going to set up your camp, or how, you know, logistics when you go into town. I mean, there's just all these factors that you're constantly having to make decisions on, and maybe even problem solve to some degree, whether it's the weather or whatever. And after having been off trail for the past month and that problem solving hasn't been quite as necessary at this point. So I really haven't had to do very much, if any, problem solving. So I think that has hurt that creativity as well. I can definitely say that having been off trail for this past month and not doing any type of hiking or really being active at all outdoors has definitely affected my mental health in not the best way. I definitely think that personally hiking is very important to my mental health, and I cannot wait to get back out on the trail. I can say that I do plan to start doing some day hiking here since the state parks are now opening back up, or have opened back up, and that the national park is going to be opening back up. I'm definitely going to get back out on the trail at this point, and crossing my fingers and staying positive to the hope that I'll be able to get back out on the Appalachian Trail here very soon. Contemplating my thoughts and decisions on how best to go about that, and just kind of want to make sure that once I get back out on the trail that I'm going to be able to stay on the trail. Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle for me, and I just wanted to kind of share this with you all because I know I see a lot of people posting some pretty creative things online about what they're doing in their time off, you know, start being at home. And I know I still see a lot of people being active hiking, and I'm not gonna lie, I have felt intimidated by that and felt like, oh, what's wrong with me? You know, I'm not out doing the things other people are doing. And so I have had my mental health suffer from that, truthfully, a lot because of this whole situation, and definitely not in a good way. And this, I don't want this video to kind of make other people feel bad, or I don't want to depress you all more, but hopefully you can at least feel like you're not alone if you've been experiencing kind of the same feelings in the same situation. And let me know in the comments, you know, how are you handling this whole staying at home, and, you know, if you're not hiking, how are you handling that mentally? I mean, how is your mental health with this whole situation? And if not, what are you doing right now? Not whether are you hiking or are you not hiking? And I'd love to kind of get your all's thoughts as well. All right, well, that's going to end it for this video. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.